This is the specimen of the cerebellum. So the cerebellum is the part of the hindbrain and it is situated in the posterior cranial fossa, and it is dorsally to the cerebellum is dorsally to the brainstem. So this is the brainstem, this is the midbrain, this is the pons, and this is the medulla. Then in the cerebellum, the both side the bilateral cerebellar hemisphere, and the cerebellar hemisphere is connected with each other in the midline structure, the vermis. This is the vermis. Then the fissure of the cerebellum. This is the primary fissure, this is the horizontal fissure, and this is the posterolateral fissure. This is the primary fissure, this is the horizontal fissure, and this is the posterolateral fissure. The horizontal fissure divide the cerebellum into two surfaces. This is the superior surface and this to the inferior surface. And the primary fissure divide the cerebellum into from the anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. So this part is the anterior lobe and this part is the posterior lobe. Then the posterolateral fissure divide the cerebellum from the flocculonodular lobe and rest part of the cerebellum. This is the flocculonodular lobe. This is the flocculus, and in the inner there is nodule. So this part is the flocculonodular lobe. Then the part of the vermis. In the superior surface, the vermis is continuous with the cerebellar hemisphere. But in the inferior surface, the vermis, there both sides of the vermis, there present the depressed deep furrow, and this furrow is called the vallecula. Then the part of the vermis. The part of the vermis including in the anterior lobe, the lingulum, the central lobule, and the culmen. And the part of the vermis present between the primary fissure and the horizontal fissure, the declive and the folium. And then the part of the vermis, the tuber vermis, then the pyramid, and then the uvula. In the both side of the uvula, there present the tonsil. This elevated part is the tonsil of the cerebellum. Then the sagittal section of the brain. This is the sagittal section of the brain, and this is the cut section of the cerebellum. In the cerebellum, the outer surface or the cortex is formed by the grey matter, and the inner surface or the medulla is formed by the white matter. So in this specimen, see this, in the cerebellar hemisphere, these are the fold and the transverse fissure. So in the cerebellum, the cortex is thrown into the multiple fold or folia. This is the fold or folia, and in between this fold and folia there present the transverse fissure. Then the significance of the folia and the transverse fissure is, this folia provides the larger surface for the numerous neuron of the cerebellum resting in the limited space. Then the outer surface is the cortex, and the inner surface is the medulla. In the medulla there present the white matter. This part is the white matter, and the white matter they entering into the central axis, and the resting part of the cerebellum thus form the branches of the tree. So this structure is called the arbor vitae cerebelli. This pattern is called the arbor vitae cerebellum. Then this is the midbrain, this is the pons, and this is the medulla. In the midbrain, here this depression is the third ventricle. The blood supply of the cerebellum. This is the superior surface and this is the inferior surface. In the inferior surface, this part is the anterior part and this part is the posterior part. In the anterior surface or anterior part of the inferior surface, this part is supplied by the anterior inferior cerebellar artery. This is the branch of the basilar artery. And in the posterior part of the inferior surface, this part is supplied by the posterior inferior cerebellar artery. This artery is a branches of the vertebral artery. And the superior surface is supplied by the superior cerebellar artery. This artery is a branch of the basilar artery. Thank you.